The Magic City. Philip Haldane lived with his elder sister Helen in a small, beautiful cottage. His sister and he were so happy together that Philip thought that as long as Helen was with him, with her stories and with their games, he didn't need anyone else in his world. But one day, a stranger arrived to their cottage. Philip sulked through the marriage and even through his new home, the Grange farm, where he would stay with Helen, Mr. Graham, and his daughter Lucy.
Hello. You must be Philip.
Yes.
Welcome to our farm.
Our cottage was better.
Hey, how about I take you to my playroom after dinner? We'll sneak out of bed when the lights go out. Get your candle and meet me outside your room.
Philip was missing Helen so much that he had quite made up his mind to hate everything about his new life. But the idea of sneaking out of bed when everyone was asleep was too tempting. So he got out of bed, took his candle, and sneaked out. Lucy was already waiting.
This way.
Philip was astounded at the sheer size of the playroom.
Wow, the kind of things you've got here. Look at that ship. It is Captain Noah, right?
Yes, it is. And this box of bricks and my soldiers, and those farmland animals, and farmer dolls, and those wizards and witches. These sandboxes. What would you like to play?
None of it, and all of it.
What do you mean?
Let's build a city.
So, Philip and Lucy got on with building a huge, grand city. The city looked beautiful and truly, truly grand. Suddenly,
Who is in there?
Oh,
No.
The both of you are still up? And my! Isn't that the candlestand from the dining table? And my silver tray? How dare you?
Nurse?
Not a word, miss. Till your parents return, I am in charge. Off to bed you go. I will have to spend the whole morning putting everything back in order.
no, you cannot build the city down. I must show it to Helen. She will love it.
Not another word.
the children were sad and terribly angry. They couldn't bear the thought of having their city pulled down. They sneaked into the playroom again, tearfully to take one last look at their beloved city. Just then, something strange happened. A comet passed by in the sky and...
Where are we?
Is this a dream?
But we weren't even asleep.
There was miles and miles of grass for as far as they could see all around them, with just one tall ladder at some distance.
Do you suppose we should climb it?
I don't see anything here, so...
So, Philip and Lucy climbed the ladder for what seemed like a long, long time. Strangely, they reached the very top of a huge tower, and they saw someone sitting there, writing furiously.
Philip! Doesn't he look just like Captain Noah?
Of course.
Philip! Aren't those domes the same brass bowls we used at home?
Yes, I bet they are.
Oh, yes, they are.
Meaning?
Well, surely you might have figured out. This entire city is the one you both built, and that's why you're here.
Explain.
Well, you built this city. Tears are very magic things. When your tears touched the city, that too at the time, the comet passed by in the sky. The magic happened, and you were brought here.
Really? We hadn't put so many people here, so where did the people come from? And we never even made the insides of the buildings, so how did...
So many questions. Well, you used lots of things to build this city, but all of those things were built by others. For example, the person who carved the chessmen, well, he is here. Those who carved the wood, painted, packed, sold anything you used, every such person is here. They are the people and they have built the insides of the buildings too.
Wow! But how did they get here?
In their dreams, when they sleep so soundly that they do not dream, they come here and live as though they have always lived here. When they wake up, they go back to their worlds and live as they always live there. Simple.
Sir, we really have to go back to our own world. Our folks at home will be worried sick.
For that, you will have to do at least 2 noble deeds. One of them will be a mission I set you.
We would love to fulfill this mission, but sir, that will take so much time.
No, time works differently here. So even if you stay here for 1,000 years, it will be just like the next moment when you get back.
What?
Really?
Okay, so what's our mission?
There's an island not so far away. The island of the Happy Islanders. The people there are happy, but they have one great fear. You must do something to take that fear away. I'll make arrangements for your departure. When Philip and Lucy reached the island of the Happy Islanders, they were given a grand welcome by the little chief.
Welcome! Hope you're hungry! This way! Hey, this is the island Helen and I built one day on the beach. And we did call it Happy Island.
Whatever you've ever built, Philip, is here.
A great feast has been organized in Lucy and Philip's honor. When they had eaten their fill,
We were told that you have a great fear. What is that?
That is our greatest fear! Someday a storm may occur and the sea might rise and wash away our beautiful island! That is a cause for fear. And the 2 of you are supposed to help us!
Philip and Lucy thought really hard. But what could prevent the sea from rising someday? Many days passed by. One day,
If we can't take the sea away, can we take the islanders away?
That's it! That's it, Lucy!
What?
We need Captain Noah here. So, here's the plan. Do you see that high tower? We must build a boat, a huge ship. If you will be on that tower, so that if the sea rises, our happy islanders can get into the ship, which will float safely over the water, and our islanders will be safe.
You're brilliant, Philip! What a marvelous idea!
and so a huge ship was built on the tower. The Happy Islanders were no longer afraid, and just on the night when the ship was ready, the sea began to rise. Alarms went off on the island, and every islander, human or animal, rushed into the ship and locked it tightly. Soon the ship began to float on the water. It floated for so many days and many nights. One day,
Philip, eventually the food in the ship is going to run out, and the animals will need space to run and lead free lives. That can't happen in this city. We will have to find a place for the islanders to settle.
But where?
Didn't you build another island or something?
This island of the prince and the princess will have trees that grow chocolates and...
Flowers made of jelly and ice cream?
The trees will grow both flowers and fruits at the same time.
And the sea will never rise on it. It will be safe forever and ever.
Parrot, didn't you say that everything I had ever built is here?
Yes?
So, take me to that island of the prince and princess.
Steer right, Captain.
the ship came to that beautiful island that Helen and Philip had built together. Philip jumped onto the shore on the soft grass, but the moment the others tried, the grass turned to sharp-pointed spears and needles.
Ow! What's going on?
I don't understand. And nobody but you and I will ever be able to come on the island.
Yes. Nobody but you and I will be allowed to set foot on it.
Oh, that's why. I wish Helen were here. Helen? Wait here! Helen, how did you...
I came here in a dream because you wanted me here.
Helen, this island?
It is so beautiful. The island you and I built together.
That's why I do not want to give it away. But I also want to help the islanders, so what do I do?
Philip, who needs the island more?
But we said nobody but the two of us will be allowed to come here.
And so, we can change that right now.
But we built it. It's ours.
And we'll build more together.
Will we? Now that you're married and all.
Philip, I will always be your big sister. And I will always love you just as much.
I know you will. But it's so nice to know for sure. Thank you. And I'm sorry for being so cold and rude with you.
I understand.
So Philip gifted his and Helen's beautiful island to the happy islanders, where they would be safe and happy forever. And after they had thanked him, and they had feasted on the cookie trees, and the cake bushes, and the oranges, and the melons, Captain Noah made a grand announcement. Well, Mr. Philip and Ms. Lucy, both of you have done exceptionally well. You not only fulfilled the mission of ridding the islanders of their fear, but Ms. Lucy, you thought of their need to settle somewhere, and Master Philip, you gifted them this island which is so precious to you. Both of you have been thoughtful and compassionate and giving. Now, as promised, we must send you back to your world. Philip and Lucy found themselves in their own playroom.
Was it real?
Yes. See? I have chocolate chip cookies from the tree. For the both of us. And 2 leaves as souvenirs from the island.
Wow! Thank you!
Well, kids, Philip and Lucy will never forget their adventure. We suggest to you that you too try and build something grand, beautiful. Who knows what might happen on some moonlit night when a comet passes by?